Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolfe Pit. Today we're making a mouth-watering, reverse-seared London broil dinner for two, and it couldn't be any easier or delicious. So let's get started and preheat our grill to 250 degrees. And for this cook, I'm using my Memphis Wood-Fire Grill's Pro 430. So preheat your grill to 250 degrees and set it up for indirect cooking. While the grill's preheating, let's get our meat ready. And we're going to be cooking this beautiful 24-ounce prime London broil for two from Lobel's of New York. So let's get our London broil out of the package and get it patted dry. Now that's a beautiful piece of meat. Look at that marbling. Now if you look real close, you'll see some black pepper already on the meat. That's because we started seasoning before we turned the camera on, so we had to wipe the pepper off and start over. For you, the people, so you don't miss a step. Once a London broil is dry, drizzle on a little bit of cooking oil and give it a good massage. London broil is actually a method of marinating and grilling a piece of beef and then slicing it thinly across the grain. Flank steak is what's traditionally used to make London broil, but other cuts of beef like top round, sirloin, and flat iron steaks, which is what we're using today, can be used to make London broil. So since I'm not lucky enough to eat prime meat very often, I didn't want to cover up the flavor or change the texture of the meat with a marinade. I just wanted to enhance the rich beefiness of the prime meat, so we kept it super simple and seasoned all sides with salt and pepper. This is a piece of meat you don't want to overcook, so I'm going to use Memphis Grill's intelligent temperature control probe to precisely monitor the internal temperature so I can pull the meat off at the exact time I want to without overcooking it. I keep my probe in the handy dandy side shelf storage compartment, but you could store all sorts of other things in here. It looks to me like it's the perfect size for a 6-pack of frosty cold beverages and a little bit of ice. I'm going to have to check that out sooner than later. Now you want to slide the probe into the center of the thickest part of the meat. Then it goes onto the grill over indirect heat at 250 degrees until it reaches 110 degrees. After 30 minutes at 250 degrees, the internal temperature is getting ready to hit 110 degrees. Unfortunately, that was the exact same time my neighbors decided to mow their grass. So I didn't want to fill your ears with the sound of lawnmowers, so I didn't add in the audio of the alarm going off. But what's really cool is once your meat hits your desired temperature, the Pro 430 automatically goes into warm mode, which means there's not a chance you're going to overcook your meat. So if you weren't home and you heard the alarm going off on your phone through the Memphis Grill's Wi-Fi app, you'd have nothing to worry about. Your meat would be kept warm until you got home. Or depending what you're cooking, you might want to turn the grill up or down, which you can do right through the app. So now you want to remove the probe and then remove the meat from the grill and then loosely wrap it in aluminum foil. So before we get the grill ready to sear, we threw on a couple jumbo lump Maryland crab cakes from Harbor House Crabs. I can't tell you how many of these crab cakes I've eaten before, but they are by far the best crab cake I've ever had. All jumbo lump crab meat, very light seasoning to enhance the crab, and no filler. These crab cakes really are amazing. Now don't get me wrong, they're expensive, but like you've heard me say before, you get what you pay for. I would rather have one of these Harbor House crab cakes a year than have a mediocre crab cake every day of the year. When you're done watching this video, make sure you check out the description box for more information and/or savings for everything in today's video. Lisa and I enjoy the crab cakes as an appetizer, while the two sides for the London broil finished cooking, which were roasted baby red potatoes tossed in olive oil, salt, pepper, and garlic, and bacon-wrapped Brussels sprouts. These are two very simple and very delicious side dishes that we make a lot. Once we ate the crab cakes and the side dishes were done, we were ready to set up the Pro 430 for direct grilling. So the first thing we did was to remove the heat deflector with the Genie tool, and then replace it with a direct flame insert for direct grilling. and then put the main cooking grates back in place. Then switch the Pro 430 over into direct grill mode. And to do that, you increase the temperature to 650 degrees, and then using the up button, set your direct flame mode to low, medium, or max. And I'm going to use the medium mode for our London broil. Now we're ready to sear our Lobel's Prime London broil for 2 minutes per side. When you're cooking in direct flame mode, you must leave the lid open at all times. After 1 minute, give it a twist for the hash marks. If you don't care about the hash marks, don't do it. After 2 minutes total, give it a flip. Now we got a nice sear and nice grill marks. Who needs grill grates anymore? And then after 2 minutes, 4 minutes total, our London broil for 2 is ready. After resting loosely tinted in foil for 10 minutes, we are ready to slice. And look at all those wonderful juices in the foil. But unfortunately, those rich succulent juices never made it to the plate. As we were slicing, the wind blew the foil and the juices on the ground. I was about ready to cry, but Bella was a happy girl. So here's our finished Lobel's Prime London broiled dinner for 2. And I've got to say, that presentation isn't too shabby. Well, I didn't do it, of course, that's why it looks good. Even without the spilled juices, our mouths were watering and we couldn't wait to try it. But first we had to let you, the people, see it. If you go right up to the computer screen and you hold down Control Function and lick the screen 3 times, you can actually taste the meat. If you decided to give it a try, please let me know in the comments how it tasted. The meat is amazing by itself. It's tender, it's buttery rich, it's smoky, and it's absolutely delicious. But I'm a sucker for horseradish. So I tried a piece with the Tracklements horseradish and cream sauce, and once I got my breath back, I was in heaven. And you know the old saying, it's always better to under-season than to over-season? Well, that's the case here. I needed just a little bit more salt. So I sprinkled on a little bit of Maldon sea salt flakes. I'd never tried it before, so right now is the perfect time. I feel all fancy, but that added a really nice, clean, salty flavor to the meat. Maybe there is an advantage to being fancy. And one more time before we turn the camera off, I had to have one more bite with the horseradish cream sauce. This entire meal was amazing, starting with Lobel's Prime London broil for 2, the Maryland Jumbo Lump Crab Cakes from Harbor House Crabs, and the roasted potatoes and bacon-wrapped Brussels sprouts, all cooked to perfection on the Memphis Pro 430 wood-fired grill. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, share it with your family and friends, and I'll see you soon.